when we do golf schools every month, one of the days is outside on the golf course, do short game outside. We see all varieties of body movements for this called a stock pitch shot. And when we look at the pros, they all have one thing in common that we do not see when we're capturing the amateurs. And it's how this arm works relative to their body during the swing.
The one common denominator at the point of touch, right?
Yep.
Is this lead arm angle matches where it is at the top of the motion.
It's very close.
It's
Some guys match it perfectly. Some are 1 or 2 degrees off. It's across the body.
It's almost uncanny.
Yes.
And if you do it right, that lends itself to kind of the finish.
To better body movements.
Where you're up at the finish. Right. But just saying stand up is not the ticket. There's something missing there. And it's understanding how the arms move relative to this torso in the backswing and then down to the ball and beyond.
So most often from the amateur golfers that we work with, we call it an arm plow, where we see the arms are really kind of coming in, especially in these shots where it's maybe trying to have shaft lean or maybe trying to throw the head or whatever camp you fall into. It's a lot of arms going across the midline. A lot of times it'll pull the player down.
That's the kiss of death right there.
That's a kiss of death, or sometimes backs them up too much. In either case, impact, phase control, angle of attack, all those things suffer when the arms are going from backside to front side hitting the ball.
Yeah, and it's that idea of let me hit this. And
yes.
As soon as they add too much force, I guess you would say just purely across the club, right?
Yep.
Across the shaft, your body's going to make like a kicking move to counter that motion. And you see it all the time. So you got that little hitch, like we usually say, it's a sniper shot.
Yes.
You know, I don't know if I can say that in the YouTube video, but the first time you feel like, you know, your arms stay a little more across, you come into impact and you're moving through to your finish. First time you feel that, it almost feels like you could just take your, I call it letting the air out of it. I can sit here and hit pitch shots and just let go of the clubs. It's a crazy feeling at first, but that produces the best short game shots.
Right, we see so many of these short game shots powered with the arms. Now the arms are incredibly important. That's why we're doing this video, because the arms aren't working properly. But as soon as you start to power the shot with the arms, the body stops. And that's 100%. When you get the thins, the fats, the chunks, the no distance control. That smash factor starts to creep up, not down, and you get all sorts of issues in the short game. So you touched on it there. So if you go to the top of your little pitch shot,
yep.
So the end of the backswing.
So I set up, even maybe a little left, but I'm definitely, I'm forward with the weight.
Okay.
And the body tips forward a little.
A lot of good wedge players do that.
Yep. And my arms move across me.
Yeah, they've moved across some amount, right? Handful of degrees,
this way.
Pretty normal. Yep,
yeah.
It's not a long. Again, we're talking about a stock pitch shot, not a 50-yard wedge shot.
This is like a 15, 20-yard mid-height.
Right around the green.
Nothing fancy.
Exactly right.
The shot that everybody struggles. A lot of golfers can just hit the basic bump and run.
Or putt it.
The rubber meets the road on a tight lie, on a 15, 20-yard pitch shot that needs to spin a little bit. Nothing crazy.
Right.
Mid-height, 1, 2, check, roll up to the pin. Tight lie over a bunker. This is where it like wheels come off.
Okay, so yours goes across a handful of degrees. That's where it is at impact. So it's not a across and blast off, which we see so often in golf schools.
Well, it's the hit instinct. I got to hit the ball.
Yep.
As soon as I start plowing, the body reacts in a bad way around the greens.
Yes.
You can get away with it some in a full swing.
Or you got a bucket of balls there, but when you got that one off over a bunker maybe, tight pin, tight lie, yeah.
It becomes a crapshoot how you're going to hit these shots. I mean, you just see it. And when the pressure cranks up, it just gets even worse.
Okay, hit one for us there.
Yeah.
And we're going to demonstrate what you're talking about.
Just
a
normal
stock
one.
pitch shot.
All right, here we go. That was pretty solid.
Okay, so what we're going to see there, and we're going to look at that lead arm horizontal adduction angle. So you set up 28 degrees, arm moves to 33 degrees across by the time you get to the top, and come down the ball right at 31 degrees. So minuscule reduction in that angle.
Bro.
It's less than where you started, and it's certainly not this way.
Yeah, almost did the same. And we've got player after player.
Yeah, so
super similar.
Well, we'll look up one of the best short games we have ever seen, former Ryder Cupper.
We had him in here a few months ago.
So we had this player go through his whole short game arsenal, all of the shots that he hits, and this is his stock pitch shot. He starts, oddly enough, 28 degrees, just like Shaun did. And as he moves through his backswing, he actually doesn't get across them very much. It actually loses a couple degrees there. It's not uncommon either. And then at impact, he's 24, so he's actually one more across than he was at the top of his swing. But what we're seeing is not a reduction coming down and off.
Exactly.
This abduction, abduction away from the center line.
Exactly, and you know, we see a lot of good players with this finish that we spoke about. The only way you can do that is to have your arms on this
trail side, yeah.
So if you tried to plow and stand up, it's impossible really to hit a good shot like that.
Oh, you can hit a good shot. You just ain't going to do it as often as you need to or want to. Like, you can almost hit a good shot doing anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It's like, what are the misses?
Yeah.
Those misses are scary.
How's your consistency?
100%.
Can you hit the same shot over and over and over and over again?
Okay, so when we're working on this in lessons, when we're helping a golfer who is an arm wiper, which so many of you watching this video are going to be, we like to give them a little kind of rehearsal, getting the club to the ground way over here.
Yeah, it's a good one. You know, we just call it catch to drop, and the reason it works, you know, I have them go a little forward, going back, just kind of stop, and then I'll have them just kind of drop the club into the ground.
Now, as he's doing that, right, his arm is staying across him as his shoulders turn.
Exactly. So I'm over there, right, arms across, couple drops, and then I catch that, but keep the arms across as I do it.
Yes.
There's no 1, 2.
Boom, which we see so often.
Let's see if I can do it on the first try. 1, 2, arms stay there. And you can start to hit some good shots because it almost forces your body to move better.
Yes.
The up, the turn, arms across. And if you get real good at it, like, you can do the drop and really show yourself that you don't need to keep plowing.
It's not a plow, yeah. It's back here, solid contact. You won't fear tight lies anymore. You can do this off cart paths. You know, so I'm thinking of my pops is if we're playing in a scramble and our ball's just in the fairway and the first cut of rough's over here, he would rather pitch off the first cut of rough because he has that little bit of cushion under the ball.
Give someone a super tight lie and they're not good at this shot, they just lock up.
Is that plowing move just wreaks havoc with the arc height, which we've talked about in a previous video.
So yeah.
So give that drill a try. Demonstrate it one more time.
Yeah, sure. So I drop the club, but when I do it, it's over here on the right side of my midline.
Yep.
So the arms are on the right side of my midline. So it's 1, 2, catch to drop. I hit that on the button.
Yeah, you could tell. There's a different sound when it's done well.
6 down, plenty of spin.
So this is what we're looking for in all short games. So whether you drop a little bit in the downswing like so many great players do, whether you're trying to come up early, which we don't really see good players do, but some players are trying to do that, all of it's needed to be built around where that lead arm is relative to your center line as you come down. You can do all those, have success if you do this part well.